ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಈ ಫಿನಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, in terms of how retentions will happen and how players can also now try and negotiate with the teams. What do you make of the whole system, the way retentions are taking place? Because we hear someone's quoting 23 crores, someone's quoting something else. Numbers keltaga shock aata, but do you think it is important that players have that power to negotiate, or do you think teams should be given a bit more power when it comes to retaining players?
At the end of the day, players are important. See, it's demand and supply. If that player has got the skill, I mean, imagine someone like Rashid Khan, he's dictating terms. Why not, Antane? Because he's needed by the franchisee. Franchisee need players who can win tournaments for them. So it's demand and supply, pure economics anta matadtini. IPL is all about that. Illi emotional connect ilve illa. If you pay me 23, I'll come to your franchisee. I'll negotiate. I don't want to stick to one franchisee. So I don't want people to be like Aaron Finch or so, played for 9 or 10 franchises. It's not that thing. At least if they're demanding money or commanding money, that's a good deal. Let them fight it over in the auction. The rules are also so dynamic. See, the situations are changing in the IPL circuit. So they had to get the rules, retention rules, then RTM rules. Otherwise, they won't have been in a balance in the auction. You can't stick to one rule and then it will be there for 10 years. It doesn't happen that way. So even the rules are changing. And then the number of teams are changing. The number of days of cricket are changing. So obviously, even the foreign players are feeling at home now. They are commanding so much money here. And then Indian players obviously will go so high. Some of them even can't be afforded. So I'm happy for the players that they, at the end of the day, auction will always be Jumla. So circus nadiyate. And it takes a lot of effort also. So I'm thinking, I've sat in the auction. I've been a part of the auction, sitting in Star Sports also, assessing. See, the dynamics is so different. You don't know when the player will come. You don't know how much money you will have. At that point of time, you'll have to make a decision. You'll have to take a call. Availability of the players, your team composition, your requirement, your pitch, your home. Depends on your home. How do you pick a player? And how do you pick a domestic player based on your requirements? How do you prepare a core team first and then build a team around it? It's all so dynamic. ಹಂಗ ಆಗದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಷ್ಟೇ ಇವನ್ ತಗೊಂಬಿಡೋಣ ಅವನನ್ನ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವನನ್ನ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಎಷ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೀವ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀರ ಒಬ್ಬ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬೌಲರ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ದುಡ್ಡು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿನಿ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಒಂದ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ಮನ್ ಎಸ್ ಕಮ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪಿಕ್ ಅಪ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಎ ಕಾಲ್. So it's fun actually if you ask me. Very, very shrewd ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾರೋ ಕೋಚಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಪಿಕ್ ಮಾಡೋರು. ಎಡುತ್ತಾರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸಲ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೀಮ್ ಪಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೀಮ್. ಪಂಜಾಬ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮಿ ಆರ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೀಮ್ 2 years. They never performed.
Fair. I mean, completely agree with you there. Sir, ನೀವು auction ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, so how much do you think, like ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಮಾಕ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತಂತೆ, ಇದಾಯ್ತಂತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲಾ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ 3 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಪಾಪ ಮಲ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, they've just been planning left, right and center. How much, like if you have to put a number to it, ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಲೈವ್ ನಡೀತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? how if you have to put a number, ನಿಮ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಹಿಂಗೆ
60-40. 60 is planning. Without planning, you are 0. 60% planning, because that mock auction will give you an idea, trend analysis. It's not theory. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ರಾಜು ಥಿಯರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿ. ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಯು ದಿಸ್. ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಓದಿಲ್ದಿರ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ದಂಗೆ ಇದು. ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ನೋ ವೆನ್ ಟು ಪಿಕ್ ಹೂಮ್. ಅದಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಎನಫ್ ಟು ರೇಸ್ ದ ಬಾರ್. ಓಕೆ. In 40%, you'll have to take a call then and there, right in the auction. Although you'll have to use your cricketing logic, and to some extent, how do you build a team? It's not that easy. But, ನೀವು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಪ್ಲೇಯರ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರ? You can't promise. Players ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರು perform ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ? You never know. You would have picked the best player on paper. But there are some things which I feel is important is planning. First, you pick 11 which straight away forms the 11. You can't go on to a game where you'll be thinking ಏನಪ್ಪ 11 ಆಡ್ಸೋದು ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 18 ಪಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ 11 ಪಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ ಮೈ ಥಿಯರಿ ಇಸ್ ಉಲ್ಟಾ. ಇನ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯು ಮೇಕ್ ದ 11 irrespective of the conditions. From that 11, after that 11 you pick the 15, 4-5 players who are actually can who's got the capability to replace the people in the 11. Then pick another 3-4 players in case of injury. I work backwards. I mean, that's my idea. First auction was a disaster. I mean, I had no clue then, so don't worry about that. Now we moved on.